June and Jennifer Gibbons were born in 1963 in Barbados, later moving to Haverfordwest, Wales. From the start, they were inseparable, communicating in a private language understood only by them. This unique bond, while fascinating, also hinted at a profound isolation from the world around them. They built a world of their own, a refuge from the prejudice they faced. Their parents, Aubrey and Gloria Gibbons, struggled to understand their daughter's unusual behavior. The girls' silence outside their shared world became a defining characteristic. They moved through life as a unit, two halves of a whole, seemingly inseparable. Their private language further solidified their bond, creating a barrier between them and everyone else. School proved to be a challenging experience for the twins. Their silence and peculiar behavior made them targets of bullying. The other children couldn't understand them, and their difference was met with cruelty. This isolation only strengthened their dependence on each other, reinforcing their private world. The twins' unusual behavior intensified as they grew older. They retreated further into their shared world, their communication becoming even more secretive. This self-imposed isolation became a defining characteristic of their lives, shaping their experiences and ultimately leading them down a difficult path. They became known as the Silent Twins, a title that reflected their enigmatic and inseparable bond. Growing up in Wales as one of the only black families in Haverfordwest, June and Jennifer faced significant racial prejudice. This prejudice further compounded their isolation, making it even harder for them to connect with the outside world. They were different, not just because of their unique bond, but also because of the color of their skin. The racism they experienced contributed to their withdrawal into their private world. The twins' experiences with racism were deeply hurtful and isolating. They were often the target of cruel taunts and exclusionary behavior. This prejudice made it difficult for them to form relationships with their peers and further solidified their dependence on each other. The feeling of being outsiders, different and unwelcome, shaped their perception of the world. The racism they encountered affected their self-esteem and sense of belonging. They felt like they didn't fit in, rejected by a society that didn't understand or accept them. This feeling of otherness contributed to their increasing silence and withdrawal. They sought solace in each other's company, finding comfort in their shared experiences of prejudice. The combined impact of their unique bond and the racism they faced created a powerful sense of isolation. They turned inward, finding solace and understanding only in each other. This isolation ultimately shaped their future, influencing their choices and leading them down a path of destructive behavior. Their world became increasingly small, centered solely around their shared experiences. As teenagers, June and Jennifer discovered a passion for writing. They filled notebooks with stories, poems, and plays, creating elaborate fantasy worlds. This creative outlet became a crucial part of their lives, providing an escape from the harsh realities they faced. They poured their emotions and experiences into their writing, giving voice to the thoughts and feelings they couldn't express verbally. Their writing often explored themes of rebellion, love, and the complexities of human relationships. They created vivid characters and intricate plots, showcasing their remarkable imaginations. Their stories reflected their inner turmoil and their yearning for connection and understanding. Writing became their way of communicating with the world, albeit indirectly. Despite their talent, their writing also revealed a darker side. Some of their stories depicted violence and criminal behavior, foreshadowing the troubled path they would eventually take. Their writing became a window into their minds, revealing their struggles and their growing disconnect from reality. The lines between fantasy and reality began to blur. Their creative endeavors provided a glimpse into their complex inner world. Through their writing, they explored their emotions, their frustrations, and their dreams. It was a powerful form of self-expression, a way to communicate the thoughts and feelings they kept hidden from the outside world. Their writing became a testament to their unique bond and their shared struggles. In their late teens, June and Jennifer embarked on a series of petty crimes, including arson and vandalism. These acts of delinquency seemed to be a cry for help, a desperate attempt to break free from their isolation and express their pent-up frustrations. Their actions, while destructive, were a manifestation of their inner turmoil. Their criminal behavior escalated, leading to their arrest and subsequent trial. They were charged with a series of offenses, including arson and vandalism. The court struggled to understand their unique situation and the complexities of their relationship. Their silence and unusual behavior made it difficult for them to defend themselves. The twins' crimes brought them into contact with the legal system, a system ill-equipped to deal with their unique circumstances. Their silence and their inability to communicate effectively made it difficult for them to navigate the legal process. They became trapped in a system that didn't understand their needs. Their descent into crime was a tragic consequence of their isolation, their struggles with mental health, and the societal pressures they faced. Their actions were a cry for help, a desperate attempt to be seen and heard. Their story highlights the devastating impact of isolation and the importance of understanding and addressing mental health issues. Section 5. Broadmoor Hospital and Ethical Concerns. Following their conviction, June and Jennifer were sent to Broadmoor Hospital, a high-security psychiatric facility. This decision raised serious ethical concerns. Were they truly mentally ill, or were they simply misunderstood? Was Broadmoor the right place for them, or was it simply a way to silence and control them? Their incarceration sparked a debate about the treatment of individuals with unique communication styles and behaviors. The twins spent over a decade at Broadmoor, subjected to various treatments and therapies. The environment was restrictive and isolating, further exacerbating their mental health challenges. They were separated for periods which proved to be incredibly distressing for both of them. The long-term confinement raised questions about the effectiveness and appropriateness of their treatment. The ethical dilemmas surrounding their case continued to be debated. Was their incarceration a form of punishment for their unconventional behavior, or was it a genuine attempt to provide them with the care they needed? The lines between treatment and control became blurred, raising concerns about the power dynamics within the mental health system. Their time at Broadmoor was a dark chapter in their lives, marked by isolation, frustration, and the constant struggle to be understood. Their case highlighted the complexities of mental health care and the ethical challenges involved in treating individuals with unique communication styles and behaviors. Their story continues to raise important questions about the nature of mental illness and the role of society in caring for those who are different. Section 6. Jennifer's death and June's freedom. After years of confinement, Jennifer mysteriously died shortly after their transfer to a less secure facility. The cause of death was determined to be acute myocarditis, but questions surrounding her passing remain. Did she choose to die, sacrificing herself for June's freedom? The circumstances of her death added another layer of mystery to their already enigmatic story. Jennifer's death had a profound impact on June. It was a devastating loss, but it also marked a turning point in her life. Freed from the symbiotic bond that had both defined and confined her, June began to find her own voice. She started to communicate with others, slowly emerging from the silence that had characterized her life for so long. June's life after Broadmoor was a testament to her resilience and her determination to build a new life for herself. She began to live independently, integrating into society and finding a sense of normalcy. She continued to write, using her experiences to inform her work and to raise awareness about mental health issues. Jennifer's death, while tragic, ultimately paved the way for June's freedom and her journey towards healing and self-discovery. It was a bittersweet ending to a story that had captivated and perplexed the world for so long. June's life became a testament to the power of resilience and the possibility of finding hope even in the darkest of circumstances. Section 7. The Power of Language and Silence. The story of June and Jennifer Gibbons highlights the complex power of language and silence. Their private language, while a source of connection, also contributed to their isolation. Their silence, a form of protest and self-protection, ultimately became a barrier between them and the world. Their story raises questions about the nature of communication and the role it plays in shaping our identities and our relationships. Their unique language became a symbol of their inseparable bond, a secret code that only they could decipher. It was a way for them to communicate their deepest thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. However, it also served as a barrier, preventing them from connecting with others and integrating into society. Their silence was a complex response to the challenges they faced. It was a form of protest against the racism and prejudice they experienced, a way of protecting themselves from a world that didn't understand them. However, their silence also contributed to their isolation, making it difficult for them to access the support and understanding they needed. The interplay of language and silence in their lives reveals the profound impact of communication on our mental and emotional well-being. Their story underscores the importance of finding healthy ways to express ourselves and connect with others, and the devastating consequences that can arise when communication breaks down. Section 8. Exploring mental health implications. The case of June and Jennifer Gibbons raises important questions about mental health diagnosis and treatment. Were they suffering from a specific mental illness, or was their behavior a complex response to their unique circumstances? The difficulty in diagnosing and treating their condition highlights the limitations of our understanding of mental health. Their story challenges traditional notions of mental illness, raising questions about the nature of normalcy and deviance. Were they truly ill, or were they simply different? Their case underscores the need for a more nuanced and individualized approach to mental health care, one that takes into account the unique experiences and challenges faced by each individual. Their case also highlights the challenges of treating individuals with unconventional communication styles. Their private language and their selective mutism made it difficult for clinicians to assess their needs and provide effective treatment. Their story underscores the importance of developing culturally sensitive and individualized approaches to mental health care. The story of the silent twins serves as a reminder of the complexities of mental health and the need for greater understanding and compassion. Their case challenges us to question our assumptions about mental illness and to advocate for more humane and effective treatment options for all individuals struggling with mental health challenges. Section 9. The complexity of sibling bonds. The relationship between June and Jennifer Gibbons was a complex and intense bond. They were inseparable, sharing a world of their own creation. Their story explores the dynamics of sibling relationships, highlighting the power of connection and the challenges of codependency. Their bond, while unique, reflects the universal desire for belonging and understanding. Their relationship was characterized by a deep sense of loyalty and protectiveness. They relied on each other for emotional support and validation, finding solace in their shared experiences. Their bond was a source of strength, but it also became a limiting factor, preventing them from developing individual identities and forming relationships outside their twosome. Their story raises questions about the nature of identity within close relationships. How do we maintain our individuality while also nurturing close bonds with others? The twins' struggle to balance their individual needs with their shared identity highlights the challenges of navigating close relationships. Their story offers a unique perspective on the complexities of sibling bonds. It reminds us of the power of connection and the importance of supporting each other through life's challenges. It also highlights the potential dangers of codependency and the importance of fostering individual growth and independence within close relationships. Section 10. Legacy and continuing fascination. The story of June and Jennifer Gibbons continues to fascinate and intrigue us. Their unique bond, their creative endeavors, and their tragic fate have captured the imagination of writers, filmmakers, and artists. Their story serves as a reminder of the complexities of human relationships and the enduring power of the human spirit. Their case has become a subject of ongoing discussion and debate, raising important questions about mental health, identity, and the nature of communication. Their story challenges us to rethink our assumptions about normalcy and deviance, and to advocate for more compassionate and effective mental health care. Their story continues to inspire artistic expression, serving as a source of creative inspiration for writers, filmmakers, and artists. Their unique bond and their tragic fate have been explored in various forms of media, ensuring that their story continues to be told and their legacy preserved. The enduring fascination with the silent twins speaks to our deep-seated curiosity about the human condition. Their story reminds us of the power of connection, the challenges of communication, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Their legacy continues to inspire us to explore the complexities of human relationships and to advocate for a more just and compassionate world.